Hello and welcome. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. This is my Patreon page. So I'm gonna just kind of tell you some information about Patreon and how things have changed over the last couple of years with YouTube, and really just kind of appeal to your sense of logic and reason. I don't know. See if I can convince you to support me on Patreon. I'm also going to show you some information that I think 99% of YouTubers would never show you. I'm going to show you some of the data that I've collected over the last 4 years of doing YouTube. I'm going to share with you CPM rates, which don't even start by saying you're not allowed to do that, because first off, I'm not with a network, and second off, there's nothing in the Google Terms of Service that says you can't discuss your earnings. They do say you can't discuss how much you earn on a specific video, like what type of ads they're being run, like all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to flat, like how much are you making and how many views are you getting, that's totally legal. I can talk about that all I want. So I'm going to talk about it. You may notice that I have my webcam on. I don't normally do that, but I feel like this is a special video. So I want to be able to look at you, looking you in the eye and tell you to, hey, consider what I'm about to say. So let's start off by, I'm gonna read to you my reasoning for why you should support me on Patreon. So these days, there are a growing number of forms of internet advertising, and it is invasive and irritating. Many people turn to ad blocking software to improve their viewing experience of web pages and videos. Unfortunately for the content creator, this cuts into their livelihood by cutting off the lion's share of income from their content. I am using Patreon to allow my viewers and subscribers to support me directly, allowing you complete absolution for using an ad blocker. That's right. If you want to use an ad blocker, I'm not going to tell you to stop. I actually have an ad blocker, and I use it pretty profusely on most websites. There's only a few websites that I permit to run ads, and these are websites that I want to support, like, for example, YouTube and Reddit and other places that I feel like, without support, they would go bankrupt. YouTube is one of those businesses that actually continuously loses money on a yearly basis. So you'll see in a moment with the data that I'm going to show you that the industry trend is looking bad. Ad revenue is down. CPM is down. YouTube is getting worse when it comes to ad revenue. That's why they've released things like YouTube Red. And that's why things like Patreon and Subbable have popped up as ways for content creators to seek alternative sources of revenue. Any pledge is worth more than the ad revenue that would be earned. So pledge, block ads, do what you want to do. Before you click off this page, I'd like to give you something to consider. Here's my logical argument for why you should support the channel. Let's just say, in any given month that you have your income and you have your expenses, you budget hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for various things that you need or want. Let's say, for example, you like to go out to dinner, or you like to go to the movies, or you like to buy music or DVDs. What? Why would you buy DVDs? That's just silly. But anyway, let's just say that you did. Whatever form of entertainment you enjoy, you spend money on it. Let's use the moviegoer's example as an idea as an example. The average movie ticket, according to data, at that link that you can see there, costs $7.96 per person as of the most recent data. You pay about $8 to get about 2 hours of entertainment, maybe 3 if you go to one of the longest movies out there. Then you pay like $20 or so for popcorn and a soda, and if another $8 if you bring your date or your spouse, and heaven forbid you bring your children. Trust me, I know, I've got 3. You might spend $50-$60 to go to the movies. So once per month, you get entertained for 2 hours, and it costs you somewhere between $8 if you went alone with no snacks, and as much as maybe $36 if you went with your date on an average date, all for a meager 2 hours of entertainment. On the other hand, I put out 8 videos per day every single day that vary between 15 and 25 minutes in length. Let's assume the shortest length for argument's sake and say that I only make 15-minute videos, times 8 videos a day, times 365 days a year. That's 43,800 minutes of entertainment per year. Divided by 12 months equals 3,650 minutes per month. Divided by 60 equals 60.83 hours per month. So, naturally, not everyone's going to watch every single video that goes up on my channel. There's certain series that you're going to be interested in. There's going to be certain series that you're not interested in. But there's going to be some large percentage of it that is going to be viewable. Even if you only watched a tenth of the videos that I make, you are getting over 6 hours of entertainment per month. Is it a good idea? Is the content as good as a movie? Maybe, but probably not. I mean, it's not like I've got billions of dollars to do grade A production quality type stuff, but it is worth some nominal value that is greater than 0. Yeah, definitely. Someday I hope to have some Patreon-specific only features, like right now we're doing a campaign in Stellaris where I'm using Patreon subscribers to name planets and ships and people and stuff, and I'd like for you to help me to decide what other suitable bonuses would be appropriate. But you decide for yourself. If you enjoy the content and you find yourself waiting for the next video or returning to the channel frequently, and you have the means to financially support me, consider doing so. Thanks for hearing me out. Whether you decide to support me on Patreon or not, glad to have you as a part of the audience. You don't have to do it. By no means is it something where I'm going to be really upset if you don't. And one other thing here, in case you don't like logical arguments, let me just give you one final emotional argument. Just do it because you like me. If you like me, I like you. That's a good enough reason, right? So now next we're going to move into the part that might, I may come to regret, but I'm going to show you the data to back up what I'm saying. If you subscribe and you pledge just $1, you earn me more than any amount of ad viewing you can possibly earn me. I would rather have a huge pyramid of people just pledging $1. Just $1. I mean, if you want to pledge more, great, but I would actually prefer to just have people pledging $1, because I feel like if you pledge $1, it's like the chances of you canceling that at some point are pretty slim, because it's just $1. It's 3 cents a day. For 3 cents a day, you too can support an Arumba. All right, so let's take a look at the data. Again, since I'm showing you CPM data, you will also see my earnings income information, which is where some people may say, hey, you shouldn't have shown that, or hey, that's interesting. But hey, this is my livelihood, so I'm going to be open with you, and you can be open with me, and we'll go from there. So I'm an Excel nerd. I like Excel data. Here's some Excel data for you. So I categorize things by date. This is the first year that I did information, back in 2013. I started it in what YouTube considered to be week 9 of YouTube. So I got 1,513 whole views with 0 monetized playbacks because I hadn't enabled YouTube monetization yet, so I earned no money, no ducats. The second full week, I got 4,600 views, and I got 690 monetized playbacks, meaning the number of views where an ad was actually played. And I earned a whole $2.42. Fuck yeah, that was good stuff, man. Percent playbacks total. And then this is the most important category, net CPM. What was the amount of money earned relative to the number of total views? The net dollars per CPM. So my theory here was that when I was brand new and my channel was super, super small, YouTube just didn't give a shit. And they said, well, it's just, no one's watching this crap. We're not going to put any ads on these videos. These are stupid. And so the net CPM was garbage. But as my view count started to rise, the CPM started to go up. You'll notice that at some point here, the 24th week of the year, I was up to $3.57 CPM. CPM, if you're not familiar, is cash per meal. It's the number of dollars earned per 1,000 views, which is an industry standard. It's something that people talk about. Anyway, long story short, this is the number that's important. The average CPM that was being earned in 2013 was $2.88. So if I had 1,000 views, I was personally earning $2.88 per 1,000 views. Okay? Now, again, hopefully some of you aren't going to lambast me and say, like, oh my God, why would we support you on Patreon? You're making too much money already. Different people have different requirements. They have different expectations as far as livelihood goes. So hopefully this number doesn't do this to you. But my second full year in the industry, I got a little bit lazy on monetized playbacks, but it doesn't really affect the information that we have here. Again, we can see net CPM fluctuating. You can see this is views. This was net revenue. Net CPM, this graph is messed up. Don't pay attention to it. The thing that's important is net CPM 263. So again, we went from 288 to 263. Now in 2015, I have no data because sadly I joined a network, which was a stupid, stupid mistake. And then when I left the network, they stole all my analytics and now I have no data, which makes me sad. But I do have data for 2016. So far, this is the CPM that we're seeing in 2016, an average of $1.49. So from 288 to $1.49. What does this tell you? This tells you that CPM has come down by almost half. People are earning less and less and less and less on ad revenue. And I have a hunch that a big part of it is that people are running ad blockers, which is fine. But also it could just be that, I don't know, the market's changing. The way that YouTube works is changing. And so I guess my logical appeal to you here is, hey, if the industry's changing, let's change with it. Support me on Patreon for a whole buck, and you solve all of those problems. Even if just even if it's just the smallest amount possible, the $1 pledge, you are doing more for me in that way. You would have to watch, at this rate, you would have to watch, like, what would it be? To earn me $1 would be like 700 videos. I'm pretty sure there's no one out there watching 700 videos a month. That would be 700 divided by 30 days a month. You'd have to watch 23 of my videos per day at 20 minutes apiece. So you'd have to spend... that math got weird. One more time. Let's try this again. $1.49 divided by... Doing math live is a bad idea. It was like 700 videos a day. 700 videos times 200 times 20 minutes. That's 14,000 minutes divided by 60 minutes in an hour. You'd have to spend 233 hours a day watching my videos to earn me $1 in a day divided by 30 days in a month. So you'd have to watch 7 hours, call it 7.8 hours. You'd have to spend 8 hours a day watching my videos to earn me $1 a month. Anyway, this is my Patreon pledge, my Patreon plea, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully me being honest with you and showing you some numbers, and hopefully me just telling you what's going on is a reason enough to consider it. So thanks for watching this. I hope that you consider it, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I'll see you soon.